Week 2, and there's already big slip-ups for big teams. Of course, I scandali in Serie A, it never stops. VAR, no VAR, rigore, no rigore, Bologna, Juve, what a disaster. But guys, Juve slipped. They tie 1-1 against Bologna. In reality, they should have lost that game. Roma loses against Verona. Verona, guys, after 2 games, 6 points. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Lazio lose against Genoa, who had lost against Fiorentina last week. Guys, Lazio after 2 games, 0 points. Unbelievable but true. Who else? Atalanta. Atalanta, who we said was fantastic last week. Guys, Charles de Cattelare scoring, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Today, they lose 2-1 against Frosinone. Frosinone, first 3 points for them in Serie A. Guys, Atalanta only shows up for 45 minutes, and that's what happens. Sassuolo lose to Napoli. Fiorentina, who was great against Genoa last week, end up tying Lecce. They were up 2-0. A whole disaster. Of course, Milan playing and winning yesterday. We're still waiting for Cagliari-Inter tomorrow and Udinese-Salernitana. But so far, let's talk about it. Let's talk about first Le Romani. Le Romani, guys, Roma, their biggest problem, besides everything, it's the defense and centrocampo. So if you're honest, and when you look at the game, Roma dominated last week against Salernitana. They had a very good stint in the game. This week, guys, I think they had over 70% of possession. A lot of chances created. They hit 2 bars or 1 crossbar and 1 post, something like that. And it only took Verona 2 counterattacks. 2 counterattacks. This defense, this goalie, horrible, guys. And without Matic a centrocampo per fare filtro, guys, they're passing like butter. This team needs somebody to break down the plays first in the midfield, because Leandro Paredes, we saw it, can't be played with Cristante. Yesterday, horrible performance. And that defense, Smalling, guys, sleeping. And Rui Patricio, what is happening? 2 shots from Salernitana last week, 2 goals. This week, mezza papera on the goal. Meds on the first one. 3 shots, 2 goals. Unbelievable. This team, what is happening. So the rumor right after the game is that Roma was looking at Lloris or De Gea, both sort of free agents. Will it happen? It remains to be seen. Lazio, Sarri is looking for excuses, and he's giving it to the team. Obviously, we said it, without Milinkovic-Savic, this team was going to look very different. And we saw it again today against Genoa. Guys, unbelievable. Genoa scoring the goal. Retegui's first goal in Serie A. Good for him. I'm very happy for Genoa. I got to be honest. Genoa is one of those teams that I always liked in Serie A. I was very disappointed when they went down to Serie B. I'm glad they're up. I'm glad they got their first 3 points. La Juventus, guys, against Bologna today. Que fatiga. And I got to be honest, Bologna deserved all 3 points. And if it wasn't for the rigore that they didn't give, I don't understand how they didn't give that rigore, guys, honestly. Go watch it. It's Serie A, and that's the way it goes. And at the end, Vlahovic scores his 2nd goal in 2 games to tie the game. And everybody said, you know what, Juventus, Lukaku for Vlahovic. I think, guys, keep Vlahovic, fix that midfield. That midfield, Locatelli, horrible. Can somebody remind him that he plays for Juventus? Allegri had said that he's going to be there for another 5-6 years, that he's the future. Guys, if he plays like he played today, put him in the trash can and leave him there. That's where he deserves to be. Let's be honest, it was a horrible performance by him. Fagioli, Moretti, guys, they are great. They're great players. But once you start dribbling too much, once you start making those little mistakes too much, like, you need to show some, you have to be reactive. You have to show some grinta. You make a mistake, you go fix it. I don't know, do something. It's not happening, and they're going to have to fix it. That centrocampo is horrible. And like I said, today, Bologna, who had played very well against Milan. Guys, they lost against Milan, but they played very well. Today, they come out with a point, but they should be very mad because they lost 2. They should have come out with all 3 of them. Atalanta, who played Frosinone. Guys, Frosinone goes up 2-0. Unbelievable, but true. They're up 2-0. And then Zapata, who Gasperini didn't want to let go. scores. And I gotta be honest, Atalanta, 45 minutes of great football, but it was too late. They were already down 2-0, and so that's what they get. Monza wins today. Napoli, 2-0 against Sassuolo. Very good Napoli again today. Osimhen scores, and I don't remember who scored the second one. Is it 2 Osimhen or 1 Osimhen? I don't remember. So very good on them. But it's going to be a very interesting Serie A this season, and we can see it already. Even the middle teams already creating problems for the big teams. And some of the smaller teams, I got to be honest, Verona, very surprised with their 2 wins in 2 games. I didn't think they were going to win against Roma today. That is for sure. Although, Roma is one of those teams, guys, got as good as they could be. And Aouar scoring today his first goal in Serie A. And Aouar is so good. And you think that with Pellegrini, Aouar, Leandro Paredes, or Cristante, with the wings that they have, with El Shaarawy, that they would perform better. But they just don't. And Lazio is the same thing. They have Immobile, yes. They have new players, yes. La Difesa last year was one of the best. Provedel, Romagnoli, whoever you want. Guys, without Milinkovic-Savic, it's a different team. It's a different team. Milinkovic-Savic in the centrocampo was that light. Everybody went for him. And it's going to be very hard if they don't wake up. Guys, next week, 3rd game, but then it's already the break for the national team. And then when they come back, a week after that or 2 weeks after that, I don't know when they come back. Hard games for everybody. And Roma meets Milan next week. They already have only 1 point in 2 games. And Milan, guys, is going to be a tough opponent for Roma. Look at Roma come back and be fantastic against Milan next week. Of course, because they're playing against us. But just to say, everybody's going to have to wake up. I think Inter could do very well tomorrow against Cagliari. We'll see how that ends up. But right now, 3 teams with 6 points. Verona, Milan, and Napoli. And Milan and Napoli showing why they want to be up front. They want to be the leaders. Inter is going to want to show that they're the leaders as well, that they're competing for that Scudetto. But the other teams, guys, all smoke. That victory from Juventus last week, putting the doubts behind. Maybe this week we're a bit harsh on Juve. They played a very good Bologna team. Guys, some of the same patterns we see over and over. Roma is one of those teams that it gets in their head. Yes, they can create. Yes, they tried. Yes, they hit posts. Yes, they did. But once it gets in their heads, they're over. It's very easy to play against Roma right now. So we'll see what happens, guys. But let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Serie A, week number 2. Already some big results. Have a great soccer day, guys.